Hello there. As the Brexit process unfolds, you get the impression that Boris and his team can talk a good game, but may be unable to deliver. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Over the last year or so, we've heard grand plans from Boris and his Brexiteer team about how the UK can break free of Brussels and forge its own way in the world. All of them eminently sensible and achievable, given real political will, that is. And with an 80-seat majority in the House of Commons, what can possibly stop them? Well, it might be their own internal lack of vision that's holding them back. And what I mean by that is that they sold the electorate a vision, but in reality their own vision may be more one of business as usual, not a vision of change and reform. There may have been vision and imagination of outcomes in the Tory pre-election manifesto, but there appears to be a dearth of vision and creativity in how we're going to get there. And when the pandemic hit, there were cries that the UK would build back better, etc. But when you stand back and take a look at it, what have we got? The big project that got the immediate go-ahead was the Brussels-inspired HS2 railway. No imagination needed there, was there? All ready to go, plans and permissions in place. Just follow the script and Bob's your uncle. And does anyone really think the price of this isn't going to balloon with every month that it continues? Business as usual. Then there's fishing. We're going to take back control, we're told. But where's the port development plans, the planning permission roadmaps, the plans for much needed apprenticeships to cover everything from frontline trawler work to shipbuilding to shore production, etc. For every person at sea on a fishing boat, I've heard we need 8 back on dry land supporting the industry, and they need infrastructure and training. Where are the government plans and financial incentives to support this sort of drive? Without that, we are left pretty much in the status quo. Something that may lead to EU fisherfolk continuing as they do today. Business as usual. Then there's defence-based shipbuilding. We have the chance to change the rules so that all defence shipbuilding contracts are kept in-house. All the vessels and equipment could be built and manufactured in the UK, giving a massive boost to UK industries. No more having to put out contracts to the world for the cheapest bidder. But I now hear that the old EU rules will continue on, post the Brexit implementation period ending. Why? Maybe because we have the imagination to see ships being built here in the UK, but perhaps no vision in how to get that to work. So where does that leave us? Exactly. Business as usual. And don't forget the green agenda. At the start of the pandemic, instructions went out from the Transport Department to fill the roads with cycle paths and bollards. The idea being to take the opportunity of much less traffic on the roads to redesign them around the new transport normal of walking and cycling. But at the first whiff of a returning traffic load, all we had was tailbacks on London roads alongside empty cycle lanes. No real thought or imagination, just follow the old EU-driven green policies, but put them on steroids for a while. Pretty much business as usual. Then there's the withdrawal agreement treaty that Boris signed. So far, all I've seen are more and more experts coming forward with the conclusion that the withdrawal agreement is full of nasty little traps, with every single trap designed to snare us under EU control in some or other manner. And the real trap of the whole thing is that Brussels expects us to obey it to the letter of how the EU and the ECJ interpret it. the EU can just wave its hand, and that withdrawal agreement will have huge ramifications on us that could change from day to day. And because of this, the EU has zero incentive to reach a free trade agreement with the UK. In fact, it's just the opposite. Due to the withdrawal agreement, Brussels has every incentive not to reach anything other than an agreement from us to become the first EU colony, our newest special relationship. And apart from some clauses within the UK Internal Market Bill, and maybe also in the soon-to-be published Finance Bill, there appears to be no movement from the UK government to remedy that situation. More EU control over the UK. That sounds pretty much like business as usual to me. And don't get me started on our constabulary. We may have more police officers on the beat, but their leadership still insists on the politically motivated dual approach to law enforcement, don't they? And that is more business as usual. And where's the House of House of Lords Reform Bill? We could get on with that, surely, because all we've had from them is business as usual. That is, to kick Brexit at every available opportunity. Even a few of the recently appointed Brexiteer lords indulged in that one. Now, many can berate the government for its approach to the pandemic, but no government, whether red, blue, yellow, green or sky blue pink, was ever going to come out of a slam dunk winner from that one. Especially if that government and its ministers are more concerned about the health of their public perception than they are with the health of the nation. When I look at what was talked about last year to what's being played out today, it looks to me like Sir Humphrey Appleby has been sat on Boris's shoulder throughout the process, repeating those immortal words. That would be very courageous of you, Prime Minister. And that may be where all our current problems stem from, a real lack of political courage. And maybe Boris showed that right from the very start when, prior to the last election, he refused to clear out the Aegean stables of Remainer-minded MPs within the Tory ranks. Is it just that Boris likes the easy route, the business-as-usual route? Or maybe the real reason is that a proper Brexit is not on the Boris agenda. If either of those are the case, then watch out for the imminent Brexit bodge. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below, and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So, do you think Boris is doing right by Brexit? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.